GTalk. Doing this is going to be number 2. I think I'm ready. Number 2, the shit. That's what we're all about. All right, my man.
Hell.
You count us down. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
And it's the GTalk. Welcome back, everybody.
It's the GTalk,
it's the
baby.
GTalk.
It's showtime.
Let's go. I don't know what I'm pushing here. Welcome to the GTalk. My name is Ja. Who cares who I am? But we're going to talk about someone more important. Frankie.
Me? No way.
Oh, actually, I just gave a little hint who we might be talking about next. Let me ask, a lot of people are, drinking a little something tonight. I know I've got my glass. What's in your glass, my friend? What are you taking a sip of?
Everybody's favorite girl.
Oh, you know what?
Well,
interesting.
Everybody's favorite girl.
Because you're imbibing a little Taylor. I think we might start with a little Taylor. We might be talking about a few things today in headlines. Maybe a little Trump and Taylor. Maybe a little Diddy pardon with Trump. Maybe a little Kanye and some stupidity. Who knows? And some douchebag who decided to quit his job and go sail to Hawaii. No, it's not me and it's not Frankie. We'll get to that in a second. So welcome, everybody, to the GTalk. This is...
Bienvenidos.
I don't know what episode this is, but it's the second in the 2.0 where we're doing it a little bit different. We got the timer. Where's the timer on the screen, Frankie? Point to it. Other way.
Nope.
There it is. It's
we gotta get used to it.
It's over here. We're getting used to it. We got headlines. It's the first quarter, second quarter is going to be the headlines, and then everyone needs to stay to the third quarter. Because Frankie, I don't know about you, but there's some words in the English language that just give me the icky dickies.
Was that one of them? Because that was
icky dicky.
Icky.
I just gave it away. The first one. No, she don't make me icky dicky, but she might. Okay, we're gonna. All right. I'm already fumbling on this one. All right. So listen, how you doing, my friend? What's going on?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great, but are you doing fantastic real quick because of something that happened last night?
Yes, absolutely. A couple things. Yankees won the first game of the Subway Series. That was fantastic. Something interesting that happened that I never seen in any sport.
What's that?
All right, when I go to Yankee Stadium, my favorite section to sit is section 203.
The 203. We talked about it in an earlier pod, and an amazing
yes.
story. What can you add to that? How can you add to such an amazing story? What else did you learn?
All right, so 203 is so awesome. It has its own T-shirts. Section 203, Bleacher Creatures, which is very hard to find nowadays. Section 203 invented the roll call for the Yankees.
The roll call.
The famous roll call, and they are so arrogant. They will not shut up until the player that they are shouting at acknowledges them.
So why would you be bringing this up? What happened specifically last night?
Juan Soto took the field, and I knew I was afraid something may happen, but they were much more mature, perfectly petty, I would say.
Perfectly petty.
Yes.
Did they roll call him?
No, they stood up and they all turned around and gave him his back. There's pictures all over the internet.
No way.
With everybody with their backs turned to him. I'd never seen that in sports.
What did he say?
Ever.
Or what did he do? Like, did he notice it?
He kind of waved, and everybody turned his back on him. It was
no way.
The most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Wow. Look at that.
Yes.
So we got a cold reception.
Yes, we won yesterday. We lost today. We got tomorrow. So let's see how it goes.
Well, that's wonderful. What else happened in New York, my friend? And this is May 17th, by the way.
Most importantly, the Knicks advanced to the Eastern Conference Final. Hell yeah, go New York, go New York, go. Yo,
Congratulations to the
and
Knicks. Who do they play in the next
and
round?
Indiana,
Oh boy. And really
Indiana
quick,
Pacers.
really quick before we go into headlines. What is so specific and so wonderful about an Indiana Knicks playoff series? What has ever
And
happened?
this is before I had kids, bro. This was in 1995. In the playoffs, we were playing Indiana, winning by, I don't know, about 7 points
Yeah.
with less than a minute to go. We had
Let
this
me
in
get
the
my neck
bag.
ready.
Reggie Flippin' Miller did 8 points in 9 seconds to go ahead. Yes, when he looked at Spike Lee and Indiana Pacers advance. Knicks go home on a game that we should have won. And I remember, I'll never forget, Ja. I met my girlfriend's mother that day. I was in her house.
Oh God. That's her first.
I threw the remote.
That's the first impression of you.
Her TV.
Oh.
This is very special to me because I've waited 30 years for this same situation. Knicks, Pacers. Let's go. I am going for the Knicks sweep.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going for the Knicks sweep.
Well,
I'm going for the
listen.
Knicks sweep.
If they sweep, you might just have to gift wrap a brand new television to her mom as a thank you,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
or at
that's
least a
great first
remote.
impression.
There you go.
Great first impression,
There
dude.
you
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. Oh, hey,
No red flags.
Hey,
You know.
hey, mom. There's this guy that I want you to meet. He's got a great arm. He likes to throw stuff. He picks things up and he throws them through the television. Well done. And on that note, I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. How's that?
Knicks in 6.
I think Knicks in 6. Prediction Saturday, May 17th, 9:06 p.m. Knicks in 6. We'll go with that. What do you think?
Knicks are sweeping.
Okay. Well then, hey, we're gonna put that on the where's the I don't know. I got here. There you go. Either way, we both think they're gonna win. So good luck, Knicks and Spike Lee. Just keep that neck away. Keep that neck away. Well, listen, folks, it's time for headlines. But before we do that, it is time for the coin toss, because that's how we start games here, right, Frankie? Yep. So as always, and again, I keep going to the wrong one. Yeah, everyone knows we're going to start with our girl Tay. This is not fixed because this is legit. It's a coin. Everyone, this is a coin. I'm going to flip it. Frank's going to call it because he's the visitor. And whoever wins gets to decide whether they read or speak first. And we'll go from there. So, Frank, I'm going to ask you to call it.
I'm going to say heads.
Always heads. Heads. And here we go. Sorry, my friend. It is not heads. That means I win again. I'm going to read. Is that cool?
Okay.
I'm going to start.
Sure.
So let's go with headlines. So first quarter, we're going to start with 4 headlines. And what a way to start. As he takes a sip from the glass. Show them the glass one more time, my friend. Who is that again? Who?
That's America's. That's the world's sweetheart.
That is the world's sweetheart. And I don't know. She looks pretty cool there. Is she not hot anymore? Well, Mr. Trump might think so. Headline. Trump declares, you ready? Taylor Swift, hold on, not hot anymore amid renewed feud. Former President Trump randomly and awkwardly reignited his feud with Taylor Swift, claiming on Truth Social, she's no longer hot. Since he criticized her, the jab follows Swift's high profile support of Democrat candidates, including Kamala Harris. She had a very brilliant, I'll have to put it on the screen, a very brilliant post on Instagram, the cat lady post, which I thought was brilliant.
Hmm.
And I don't think he liked that very much. And it says here, okay, see, I'm already messing this up. The jab follows Swift's high profile, and then it remains a cultural powerhouse with her Eras Tour breaking records and boosting economies worldwide. So, Frankie, you ready for the question? Here's the question. I actually have two of them for you. Number one, is Trump jealous that Taylor's the only other person who out-trended him last year? Or is this his way of applying for a front row seat on the next Eras Tour? Bonus question. Is his weird obsession, and this is the one I want to focus in on, but you'll take either one. Is his weird obsession just low key proof that Taylor's already playing in the political big leagues, rent free in his head, and not even trying? 3 minutes on the clock. Go.
All right. So, is Trump jealous of Taylor? Yes, absolutely, he is. 100% he is. Today, he posted something on Truth Social, him playing on a piano, one of the Billy Joel songs,
Oh, God.
with a crowd that looked like they were in a EDM festival,
Oh, for God's
with him
sake.
in a piano. And this came from him, from his account. And everybody was cheering. And he was just playing the piano. Forgot the name of the song that it was. And I can't believe this is the president of the United States. Now he goes back to Taylor and starts some crap with her. There's a reason why him and Kanye are friends. You know what I'm saying? So,
I agree.
um, yeah, he is 100% jealous. She represents everything that he does not like, which is, kindness, respect, um, charity. She's like she doesn't have a bad bone in her body, like I don't know her
Well, I don't know how
personally,
I don't know
obviously.
how good Travis is, but I wouldn't call him bad. Go on.
uh, oh wow, damn. Shit, did you just come up with that? That was good.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. 1 minute 30. Go
um
ahead.
yeah, but he truly sounds like a 12-year-old girl that is just jealous because she's getting more attention than he is in every way, social media, worldwide.
Well, listen, I agree with you. I think he's very petty. He's a child. He's a man child, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take it a step further. While I don't think she has any political aspirations now, yeah, I've said this a million times, and I'll say this forever. Eventually, she might. Why? Because I just have a feeling, I have a premonition that one day, it could be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it could be whenever, she's got the fan base, she's got the money, she's got the brand name, she's smart. Whether or not she knows about politics, I think she does. She would be one of a handful of people that I think could ever break through. And I'll say this real quick. I think one thing we're gonna learn in the next few years, if Trump survives it, who knows, and I mean that sincerely. He's not the healthiest guy in the world. Is that we're gonna get really sick and effing tired of this type of politics, and the country's gonna say, okay, enough's enough. We need somebody else. But they're going to want to know who that person is. And I think someone like Taylor can do it. But, and I think he realizes that. And I think there's some respect there. But also, real quick, he knows beautiful women. And while Taylor Swift is not my type, let me pause real quick. Also, to let her bubble burst that she heard me say that. Sorry, Tay Tay. But she is a beautiful woman inside. And while she's not my type physically, I think she's a wonderful woman. I'd love to talk to her. I think we'd talk for hours. And I think she would be, if she ever did run for president or any type of office, I think she would be an amazing candidate and someone that I think could tell the truth and lead this country. What say you before we move on?
I think it takes more than someone's popularity to run for president because this is not a normal job. This is a job that you got to deal with every other country in the world, and being a pop star. And I am a hardcore Swiftie. Um, Being a pop star does not what's the word I'm looking for?
Well,
Oh
it doesn't
goodness.
give you the automatic kind of
It doesn't
right.
qualify
Yeah.
you to be the president.
Right.
I think it takes a lot more than just being really, really famous. And I, hardcore Swifty, I'm not sure if that's a vote that I will give to her for that job.
Well,
It
we'll
would
see
be
in five.
great though to hear her sing a song how Russia sucks and or something like that.
Well, listen, she's got many years. She's very young. She's got to raise a family. We'll see. So that's a prediction, but we'll leave that. My lady, we both are big fans, and we wish you
Te
well.
amo, mi amor.
Yes. So let's move on to number 2. Frankie, what do you got?
All right. Well, number 2, I swear that we just can't get enough of this administration. So, headline: Survivor Ellis Island Edition. Who wants to be a citizen? Goodness. The Amazing Race, Hunger Games for a green card. A, Cana- a Canadian TV producer pitched the American, a reality show where immigrants would compete in wild challenges like gold mining and assembling a Model T for a shot at U.S.
My
citizenship.
God.
Reports claims Department of Homeland Security Kristi Noem was backing the idea, but Homeland Security quickly distanced her from the pitch. Still, the show concept remains on the table, sparking outrage over whether immigrant policy has officially jumped the shark and straight onto primetime TV. I wish I was making this up. I cannot make this up.
You're not making it up.
Question, and this is the question: Is this the future of American immigration, or just a sneaky way to dodge labor laws while turning human struggle into must-see TV?
Okay, and I begrudgingly, I'm pushing the button for the clock. All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. First off, you're not joking. It was a serious thing. Actually, it was pitched to previous administration, so let's say that out loud, and that's the truth. But Frankie, you know what the biggest reality show is right now? It's government. Government is the biggest reality
Oh,
show,
yeah.
and it's getting
I can't
real.
believe I missed that.
No, I mean, maybe you weren't thinking that way. That's the first thing I thought. Government is the biggest reality show on television right now, and it's all encompassing. It's everything. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere, and it's getting old. I already disliked reality shows to begin with. I think they're tired. Leave them in the 90s and the early 2000s. We're in 2025. Can we come up with something more original? But politics has now become reality show, and at the end of the day, like I wrote here, I don't think about my mayor or my governor every day, right? They do their job, good or bad. I get updates in the news, whatever, and I live my life. So I ask anybody that's in DC, stay the fuck out of my life. Leave me alone. Stay out of my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the F out of, should not dominate my television. And the reality show that they just, whatever, if it's, the American or the whatever, essentially we're taking a very serious subject and we're basically bastardizing it for ratings, for these are people, dare I say it, not trying to preach, but I guess I'm going to. These are people that some of them die to get here. They want to assimilate and be part of America. And at the end of the day, you're going to put them on a flipping reality. It's ridiculous. I'll shut up. Go. What's your take on this?
Number one, I still can't believe this is real. I can't believe that this is something that was even being considered. I think somebody was smoking weed and said, "Hey, how about we make this show?" And they just went with it. And someone like Kristi Noem would entertain it. Like, imagine the ratings, guys. I remember like my parents wanted a better life, and they came to the States from the Dominican Republic, legally, by the way, um, for a better life. And they tried really hard. They got here. I was born here. They worked very, very hard to just maintain the smallest amount. And now this process that is so significant, critical to any family moving over here. In the job application, in the application for citizenship or for permanent resident or visa, will you be willing to participate in a reality TV show where you are going to dehuman?
Yes,
What's the word I'm
say
looking
it.
for, Josh?
Dehumanize. Dehumanize. You're on target.
Who will be entertained by some shit like this?
It's ridiculous. It's bullshit.
Who who will be entertained by something like this, man? I can't even fucking.
Sadly,
How did we get here? How did we get here, man?
well, go
This
back
is
to
the
the
most
first thing I
embarrassing
said,
fucking
right?
thing.
Go back to the first thing I
Russia
said.
must be looking at this, talking. Russia must be feeling good about themselves at this point if this shit got to them.
It's ridiculous. Eventually, people are going to get tired of this, and eventually they're going to push back, but not today, unfortunately. So, well said, my friend. Well said. And sadly,
No, I'm sorry, bro. It's personal to me
don't
because
apologize.
I just know too many people that would do anything to land here just to provide for their family, nothing more, nothing less. Not for all the bullshit that this. I think this is for his entertainment because I cannot imagine any other human that could look at this and be like, "Wow."
And I've got it on the screen. The actual it's for proof from MSNBC. Here you go. Well, listen, my man, we'll move on from that, and unfortunately, we'll probably come back to it another time. That's the sad thing about it, to be honest with you.
Oh goodness, yeah.
So, and the next thing doesn't get any better than this, my friends. You're ready on the next one? Headline: Can't nobody hold me down? Oh no, unless it's the FBI. Bonus headline. By the way, ChatGPT helped us on this one. This is great. Diddy's remix: Mo problems, Mo pardons. Fabulous. Sean Diddy Combs is currently on trial, facing serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Amidst the proceedings, reports have emerged that his associates, and this case literally started a few days ago, his associates are exploring the possibility of securing a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Are you serious? This development has sparked widespread discussion. Hey, we're talking about it right now. About the intersection of celebrity politics and the justice system. Here's the question, Frank. From 90s icons to 2025 courtroom legends, are we watching the final act of two men, Trump and Diddy, who mastered fame and fortune, and now trying to finesse their way out of a reckoning? Lest we forget Trump's courtroom battles with women in the past. Would he have a soft heart for a fellow abusive chauvinist? And I'm being gracious when I call him that. Go. The time is going. What's your take on this?
I believe Trump is friends with Diddy. I believe when he was in The Apprentice, he says something to the effect of, I know Sean Combs were good friends and yada yada. Kanye has been talking about that Trump should pardon Combs, and Kanye.
He's friends with Kanye. We know that, right?
Yeah, and
Trump.
He wore the MAGA hat
Yep.
in the Oval Office, and praised him, called him Superman or some shit.
Yep.
So I would not be surprised if he pardons him. In fact, shit. Who's Andrew Tate?
Yes. Yes.
He's back in the States.
He is back in the States. What a piece of move on. He's garbage.
And his situation is, I wouldn't say similar, but I would say is definitely in the same lake.
It's in the ballpark, yeah. He's in the same. Yeah. He's in the same lineup. If Diddy was in a lineup, starting lineup, yeah. Tate's probably batting fifth.
Right, exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised. No, I would not be surprised in how the public will react. I don't know.
Let me ask you this question. Yeah, let me ask you this question. What do you think is worse? Because I kind of gave you a little hint of what I thought was worse. Let's pretend that I didn't. Between pardoning the January 6th rioters, what Trump did, and if he did. And listen, we're not accusing. We don't know if Trump's going to do this. It's heavily being speculated, but we don't know. But let's assume. I mean, anything's up for grabs now, right? What would be worse if Trump did go in and pardon Diddy, like he got, lifetime sentence or whatever, 25 years, or the January 6th, or both? What say you? Like, what's worse, the J6 rioters or Diddy?
Shit. I mean, the J6 riders. Okay, let's get a couple of things straight. They try to overthrow a government procedure.
I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong button. I meant to say, yeah. Go ahead. We still have time.
More than 80% of them pled guilty.
Yep.
That they said, yes, I did do this. Some of them, Enrique Barrios, what's his name?
Enrique Tarrio.
Yes.
Yep.
He got 22 years in jail for his part in this.
He was the ringleader, or one of them.
Yeah. Well, Trump was the ringleader.
Right.
He was just a general. And he was pardoned 22 years. And he was pardoned.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Pardon Diddy.
So you don't think that one is worse than the other?
It's two different animals. We could call Diddy's stuff. I don't want to call it anything that is going to disvalue anybody that he hurts.
Right.
But J6 was willingful actions.
Yes.
Sorry, I get lost in my words. But that was willingful actions, and based on lies. The people that participated with Diddy, they were there.
Yep.
I don't think they were. Some guys jumped off a van, threw a bag over the head, and threw him in the van. I would guess,
right.
Imagine they willingly went there. So
we don't know. I think I think they're both bad. I think it would be worse, but yeah, whatever. I mean, he should stick his nose out of all of it. But he likes to be in everyone's mind and everyone's business constantly, like we said before. Whatever. Yeah. Well, good luck, Diddy. I hope you get what you deserve. So, and we move on. All right, the last one before the break, number 4, my friend. What do you got?
All right, so let's move to something a little bit more fun, because we just started off with
some bangers.
Yes. So, headline: man quits job, sells Pacific with his cat, becomes a viral star.
Sounds like we're making it up.
The holy sales. So this gentleman's his name is Oliver Widger, 29-year-old from Oregon, left his corporate job and set sail from Oregon to Hawaii with his cat, Phoenix. Diagnosed with a syndrome that risks paralysis, he sought a life of freedom at sea. Teaching himself how to sail via YouTube, he documented his journey and social media, amassing over 1 million followers.
Insane.
Despite challenges like equipment failures and seasickness, Richard's story has inspired many seeking alternative lifestyles. Now, here's my question. He learned how to sail via YouTube. Is he effing insane? or does he has more balls than any man on earth?
Oh, well, I mean, listen.
I mean, would you do that? Would you try that?
All right, the clock is ticking. No, we could go to break now if you want. I would never do that. It's insane. But listen, I give him props, Frank, to do that. I don't know if you actually saw the video where he's talking about it. It's kind of sad. He was saying, he says something that really hit home to me, and I'll repeat it real quick. I'm my words, not his. He looked into the camera. He's like, man, my life sucks. I can't believe that, and he might have had a high paying job and then something happened. I don't remember. Someone could fill in the details. But he essentially said, I can't believe this is my life. This shouldn't be what life is. And I had a moment like that myself recently in the last couple of years where I had a lot, a good amount of money. I had the life, the kids, the wife, the whole deal. And I came to a situation where I said to myself, this is not the life that something's wrong. And I didn't have the problems he had, so I'm not going to equate. But at the same time, kudos for him to make a big decision and go. Though I will say he is effing insane. Because at the end of the day, sorry, kid, he's effing insane. Because you're getting on, bringing a cat with you, you get on a damn boat by yourself. You could die. You could, I hate to be grandma here, but you could, I guess he had all sorts of problems. He almost locked himself in a room and had to pry himself out. The thing almost tipped over. He had seasickness. He went through a lot of shit. Yeah, he's got a lot of balls, but he's also crazy. I'm sorry. I would never do a thing like that. No. The answer is no. What about you? That's ridiculous. What is he going to do when he gets to Hawaii? Hi, I'm here. They'll be like, bitch, go home.
Where are you going to park?
But seriously, what is he going to do when he gets there? Does he have a plan? Like people are going to be like, hey, come in.
I don't know. Did he measure how long it's going to take to get there? Did he have directions?
No idea.
Because Wi-Fi doesn't travel over the Pacific. You know what?
No idea.
Balls. Yeah, John. It just hit me. Do you think it's possible? Oh man, I hate to say it. I dislike to say it. You think it was a suicide mission?
You
make it or bust?
Honestly, you would have to accept that. That's a great question. It went through my head. A suicide mission? Yeah, probably. He's like, screw it. If I die, I die. And listen, I don't want to go down that road. We could talk about that another time. But sometimes when you accept death and you say, you know what, if it happens to me, fuck it. It opens up a whole ball game of things where you start to open yourself up to the world. And he had to have had that thought in his head, no doubt about it, because you could easily die doing that. I mean, the guy knows nothing about sailing. How the hell do you do that?
Yeah, learning on YouTube, dude. I let me see. I fixed a refrigerator handle from YouTube. I learned how to change a starter from YouTube.
I mean, come on.
You think I'm gonna get on a sailboat at that?
A sailboat, bro? Come on. Are you serious? Come on.
You know what? Bottom line, overall, party, brother. That is.
I'll give him props.
Respect.
That is ballsy.
Respect.
And listen, Frank, there's got to be at least one hot Hawaiian going, oh my God, I hope he makes it.
I would love to see the follow-up. I would love to see the first, 48, 72 hours in Hawaii, see what happened.
Listen, and what a great way. And listen, my friend, Oliver, we wish you well, my man. God bless you. You look a little cray cray, but I mean, this guy.
We definitely want to see an update, brother. You got, you definitely got him heavy.
Listen, God bless you. Hope you make it. Hope you find your true love, or at least some serenity and peace. God bless him. And that is the end of the first quarter, my friend. What do you think before we go into our first break?
Man, coño, I'm all over the place here, man. I
Me
need
too.
to center. You know what I'm saying? I need to center myself.
We'll tighten it up.
Man,
We'll tighten it up.
That was a lot of stuff,
Some heavy stuff.
Shit, leave it to Trump.
Leave it to Trump. Oh, my God. All right, people. So we'll be back from whatever break, whatever fun stuff you're going to see, and we'll continue in the second quarter for headlines. Frank, take us out real quick. You got 5 seconds.
All right, guys. We will be back. I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Bye.
It's what is and what it was. Don't get in too deep.